Hi guys, welcome back to Derby Koi. It's Saturday, rather busy day ahead, not all pond related. A couple of jobs I want to do first thing this morning. Obviously usual job, filters, everything else like that. Not really any more winter maintenance yet. It's quite a nice day today at the moment, not the warmest, but still nice, so I'm not doing any more maintenance on that, ready for the covers. Bottom drain and stuff, that'll be done just before the covers go on. Actually, one job I want to try and get done today, that lot I've got to split, so I'm not looking forward to that. I'm just have to empty my lot of crap out the shed because my splitter's in there, so I've got to sort that out. Little job I have done already, I had a very small leak on the roof, so along which one was it now? I think this one up here, along this seam here towards the back, it had a very small leak, so I've sealed them all up again, gone over it and painted up with the bitumen to seal it up. I've done a filter clean in here, water's topping back up. Hopefully what I want to get done today is I've managed to find 2 brackets in the shed, so I'll get another shelf up. Wire still hasn't bloody come. Well, tell a lie. The wire arrived. I don't know if it was my fault or their fault or what. I ordered 3mm. I think it was 3mm wire I ordered. Twin core, and what came was 1.5mm single core. Don't know what happened there, so I have to reorder it. Hopefully that'll be here in the next day or two. It says Monday, maybe Tuesday, so anyway, once that's in, easy enough to connect that up. But with batteries, I've got my cables and stuff now, so on the terminal, so they're going to be put up permanently down there. I may even, whether it be today or not with the splitting, today or tomorrow, I may run my 4-inch pipe. That's an awful, looking at that light's awful. Ugly mug as it is, never mind with that light. What are you saying? Yes, the 4-inch pipe. I've got my 4-inch pipe now, so I want to run that, the air pipe, not air pipe, warm air ducting I should say. I can now run that where I need it. So that's another job I want to get done. A couple of other little things over the weekend as well I want to sort out, if I can. Hopefully I can. But yeah, so that's where we are. So while I'm finishing off clearing the shed, I'll do that, I'll get the shelf up, and then I'm going to get on to splitting some logs, and if I've got time I can get these batteries and stuff done today. If not, more for tomorrow, because then there's quite a few logs there I've got to split. So yeah, not going to be an easy job, it's going to be a bloody nightmare, but anyway, needs must. Save money on a heating. So yeah, anyway, let's get this done, me babbling on, so let's get it done and I'll come back when I can. Okay guys, not going so well. Did a couple of jobs in a bunker, I'll show you in a minute. Started splitting this lot, and then my log splitter decided, nah, I'm not playing anymore, and I'm going to play up on you. Sorted that problem out, carried on doing a bit more, and 5 minutes later, things went really bad. I don't know if you can see this, but this here is normally underneath. It decided it's going to twist, and that went off. And there's it's over there. I've got a big thing with the another one of these spikes on it that slides up. This is where it slides up and down, this thing, and yeah, that decided to twist. So I'll get it off, and I can't do it here. I need to get it to work, get it heated up, and straighten it out, and put it back together. So that was a waste. Didn't get a lot done. You can see a little pile over there and managed to get a bit done, but that was an absolute waste. So that'll be done next week now. But in the bunker, shelf number 2, put the second shelf up, and I tied it down there, the batteries. I'll spin you around properly and I'll show you my batteries now, ready to go for where my heater's plugged in. Okay, so there's my batteries with the proper cables on now, all connected up and charging still with the solar panel. Much neater, so when I do my diesel heating it'll come around and it'll connect onto these ones here. Once that's in, I can tidy all this up once I'm happy with everything and the positioning. These wires, which you can see around here, will all get tidied up out of the way. But they're a lot neater now with them bloody big crocodile clips on. As for these, quick update, they're going really well. I haven't lost any more. They're doing well as well, very happy. After their treatment, no more problems, and the ones I've got in the house as well, in the tank in there, are doing really well. I don't know if you can actually see down there. Probably can't, just swam up over the back. It'll darken it a bit, probably not. Where's he gone? In that corner down there, there's some really big, couple of really big ones in there. Let me darken it more. They ain't too bad a size. Down there, but the big ones just shot up around the back. But yeah. There's not much more I can do in here now. I'm annoyed about that log splitter though, so happy that's done. It's tidied up out of the way, give me a bit more room. I can now get my, whether I'm going to paint that, I don't know yet. I think I'm going to paint it. I need some more grey paint to run out. Down. Once these are done, I think I'm going to hang some hooks at the back along here, along the back, and hang some cups off, and I'll stick some on the shelf as well. See how we do with that. Don't know how many I've got. Hopefully got enough. I'll figure it out. But yeah, not much else in here. Let me spin you around. Well, that was a bit of a dodgy camera work, nearly fell over. Yeah, so bloody annoyed now. Main pond, all good, as I said earlier. I've got to sort this out at bloody work now. Hopefully I get time to do it in the week, in my lunch hour. So I'll have a bit of a awkward twist. Don't know how it done that. Don't know why. It's really thick metal. That's a good 10mm metal, that is. So must have been a bloody strong log. But anyway, that's done for now. So as I said, hopefully the wire will be here in the next couple of days and I can get that heater finished off. I'm going to tidy all this stuff up now because it's what, 3 o'clock now. Yeah, get all this tidied up. So tomorrow I might try and get the ducting, hot air ducting in place. Yeah, and a couple of the little jobs, I'll do them tomorrow now. Can't be bothered today, so I shall hopefully catch you tomorrow. Morning guys, it's now Sunday. A couple of little jobs I want to get done today, and I've made a decision. I want to change something round. Jobs I want to do today is I want to do my 4-inch ducting, get that put in place. There's a changing round on the diesel filter I'll talk about in a second. The other main change I want to do today is the load on this tank is getting a bit much because they are getting a bit big now. My nitrate is starting to go up a little bit, and with the issues I've had recently I don't want to have any more problems. So what I've decided to do is I want to move the koiagi, the Deutz koiagi, and I want to put the Kietzuri into the main pond. Now I want to do it now before temperatures drop too much outside. So what I've done, I've got the koiagi and the Kietzuri floated in the main pond. They've been in there about half hour, 40 minutes, just to equalise the water temperatures. I don't want to give them a shock. That will take a bit of the bio load off there, but obviously the issue I've had with my fry, I'm not very happy with the growth on a lot of them. Now at the main lot of fry, there was 2 that are growing really well. They took off from the start. The rest of them, the amount of time I've had and the temperatures they've been up to and the food that's going in, I'd expect a bit more growth. So because temperatures are dropping in here, and obviously I'm not going to heat the water, I'm going to heat the bunker, it's not going to get the temperatures I want. So what I've decided to do is I want to move the fry that's left in this tank, the smaller ones, into the house, into the tank in there, so the temperatures are in there around 23, 24 at the moment. And then keep them up, get them fed up a bit more, get a bit more growth on, and as I start to grow, I can slowly move them back in here. So what I've decided I'm going to do is the ones in here, I'm going to keep all the showers in there. Obviously there's 2 going in the main pond, which will leave my 2 koiagi and my shagoi, and there's a hitsuri in there. Once all the fry are gone, I'm going to put those in this tank with the remaining larger fry. I think there's only 2, maybe 3, which will stay in here. So that's what I want to do today. I want to get them all moved over, get the big ones out. It will take a bit of pressure off the filters in here with the bio load and the waste as well, especially going through the winter now. The amount of issues I've had recently, I don't want any more issues. I want to try and minimise those as much as possible. So basically all these are still tozai, so all these, apart from the 2 fry at the moment, it's all on the one system. The koiagi and the shagoi in there are doing really well, so the bigger ones are more competitive for the food, so putting those into this one, it'll give these a bit more chance to get some more food, and hopefully get a bit more growth on them. So yeah, that's my plans for today. So as I said, lovely sunny day today, and it's quite warm, which is nice. The main pond, I have got the 2 fish floating at the moment, so they've been there, I could say about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. I'm going to give those probably another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to get those released into the pond. If you can see them, they're actually over here at the moment, floating in the pond. And as we've seen in the recent measure up, they're put on some decent size, so I'm very happy with them, and I think they'll go really good in the pond. And it'll give them a bit of a winter them up a bit, harden them up, and hopefully the kids will bring a bit more colour out, because they get a bit more natural light out here for a while. So yeah, I think I'll do them good. Those are the plans today, so let me get on and I'll get back with you. Okay guys, just sitting by the pond, just put those in, well, not long ago, keeping me on and watching them. Come here, you. And he's sitting here watching them with me, and Gran's brought me a lovely cup of coffee. Then we've got CBers pond and Jaffa cakes. You can't have these, it's chocolate. Would you like something as well? Would you like that? You want to get a kiss? Okay. Kiss. Kiss. Yeah. There you go. So we all get something. So I'm just sitting here watching them. Doing really well. It's nice to have a bit of yellow in the pond as well with the koiagi. So yeah, sitting in well. I'm going to enjoy this coffee, and I'll get back round into the bunker in a bit. Cheers. Right, I've decided to keep these 2 in here, so I'm going to better probably not this light. But there's a Deutsche Platinum Ogon, and looks like a Benny guy. These are definitely put some size on the biggest 2 that I've got left. I'm not sure, probably on a 13, 14 cm maybe, so they're a lot bigger than the other ones. So I'm going to keep these ones in here, and I'm going to move the others, as I said, into the indoor tank where the temperature is up to around 23, 24, and try and get a bit more growth on those, because I'm definitely not going to get the temperature up in here to anywhere near that to get the growth on them I want. But that one is going to be a bloody big one. Okay, so these are the smaller ones out of the main tank. My 2 koiagis, my 2 chagois, and the hitsuri. So these are going to go in the small tank with the 2 larger of the fry, which is the Ogon, and I think it was the Benigoi. So these are going to stay in this tank for now. Give these a bit more chance to get the food. And the showers, all the showers are staying in the other one on their own. So there's 5 in there, and there's, what's this, 7 in this tank. So that'll be it then, and the smaller ones are going to go in the house. So some nice looking fish there, very happy. Okay, I'll release those back into here. There you go. Into their new home. Give them a chance to settle in, they'll be fine in there. Right, one little thing I wanted to do is I had some comments and I followed their advice. Now, somebody who probably knows a bit more about diesel heaters than me. Yes, still haven't got the wire sorted because I haven't got that yet. But the breather pipe, I had it inside, and somebody mentioned it'd be better to get cleaner combustion if that was put outside. So I take you out here. Now the pipe is outside here for the combustion. Another comment I had, get down here my knees, was the electrical cable here. They suggested putting a loop in it so any condensation or anything will drip off rather than going down the wire, just a bit of a drip loop in it. So I've put that down there, so if anything does, it's going to drip off down the bottom. But at some point I am going to box, I've left me one, I was looking for that. I am going to box this in to hide this, and obviously not the exhaust is going to be boxed in. I'm just going to box the top off, box the front off, just to hide it a bit, and it will stop it from any problems with any weather as well. So 1 second, yeah, I'll say there and there, everything's back into there now. My smaller fry are now floating in a bag in the main pond tank in the house, which will actually we'll go and have a look at that now. Let me just open the door. Okay, so these are now floating in here. I did now look like there's an asagi in there as well, I noticed. That could be an asagi, not sure, but yeah, they're floating in there now. Water's a bit murky because I've actually just cleaned the tank as well. Give that a bit of a clean out, but those are in there now, so I'm leaving those in for a bit longer to get their temperatures about right in there, and now once they're all in, I'll take some more pictures. Okay, so this is the ducting I bought. The stuff that come with it is black, which is some down there, which is that stuff that's on it. That's the maximum length on that, doesn't give you a lot at all. So I ordered this. That's probably 1 metre long, but this actually stretches out to 4 metres, and it does stretch really well. I put the vent on the one end, so this is going to run from here. I'm going to run it all the way along here, along the back there, and it's actually going to be somewhere on the floor underneath this tank, and then back over here. As you can see, there's a T-piece on it, so one's going to go straight across, the other piece is going to come out, and that one's going to be underneath this tank. So that's the plan. The problem is I've got to get down there and find a way to free my arm through all that stuff, pipe work and everything else, to thread it all the way along and secure it. But there is a leg in the middle there. I'll try and secure it to that with a piece of wire and see how we get on. So that is my next job, so I'll come back here with you when hopefully this is in place. Okay, so pipe is now in place. All that's left to do on this heater now is when the cable comes, I'm going to extend the power cable from there, as I said before, all the way across over here. I have got a isolator switch, so any problems I disconnect the power for the heater, which will go here. Is the access, and my batteries are down there, which are on the insulation, just keep them off the floor. But one thing I will say with these heaters, because they're only cheap, these things are very cheap. These Juba clips that come with it are very cheap, especially these bigger ones. I did have to replace 2 of the smaller ones, but they just didn't last, so I replaced it with these very substantial chunky ones just for the pipe work. That one I actually did up and it just kept turning, not doing it up, so I've replaced those. And that pipe, as you can see, is running all the way across, all over there. And if I can get on the floor, it's just under there. And then this one, if I can get over this side, as you can see, is just here. So I'm getting heat, or when it gets running, I will get heat going under that tank, and it's going to blow it into the bunker and hopefully get the warmth up. I will definitely get it warm in here as much as I need it, so very happy. That's another job done. Right, a couple of things while I'm here. I'm going to show you this I had sent me. Here's this bunker, job's a good one. Now where's my ball and treats? Now this was sent to me by Koiagi Designs. Thank you very much, love that, absolutely love it. Gonna find somewhere to put this. I'm not sure where to put it yet. In here, I actually thought about somewhere over here maybe. Up on here. Keep it up there permanently. I'll secure it up there, I think that's a good place for it. So, I'm gonna find somewhere for that. But while I'm here, I've got this thing. Now, obviously, with a diesel heater, there's always a chance, even though the exhaust is on and it's secured up well and it's vented outside, there's always a chance of carbon monoxide build-up in here or anywhere, if you've got even a motorhome or a caravan, wherever you got them. And with things like this, there's always a chance of a fire. So what I decided to buy was this. Now this is a dual carbon monoxide and fire alarm or smoke detector. Now you can buy them individual. I was going to buy a smoke alarm and a carbon monoxide detector, which probably worked out about £35 for the two, something like that. But the reason I went for this one, what I like about this is that I bought 3 of these and it's about £100 or maybe just over £100 for 3 of them. The thing with these is they are linked together, so if this one goes off for any reason, I've got 2 in the house. Now you know you all know I've got a log burner, because obviously you've seen me doing the logs. Now obviously with log burners you need a CO2 detector and a smoke alarm. Now my smoke alarm has needed replacing for a while, it's been playing up, so I decided to replace that, and we sent, well, Graham found these. So if for whatever reason this one goes off, it sets off the 2 in the house. So obviously if this went out off on its own, I wouldn't hear it out here, obviously being in the house. So as soon as this one goes off, and trust me they're bloody loud, when this one goes off it sets the 2 off in the house at the same time, and vice versa. If they go off in the house, this one sets off, either way. Now that's perfect for when we're in the house, because if this goes off we hear it outside and I know there's a problem. Now if we're not actually in, if I'm out and about for shows or wherever I am, the good thing about these, not so much this, but we've most of them got a what do you call them? I don't want to say the name because it's going to set everybody's off. Begins with A, who should not be named, from Amazon. Okay, I'll say it, just a warning. Alexa. Okay. Now on Alexa there's a thing called what's it called now? Home Guard, I think it's called. Let me spin you around so you're not just looking at that, you're looking at my ugly mug instead. So if you have an Amazon device, who should not be named, which I already have, there's a thing on there, I think it's called Home Guard. Now you can turn that on or off any time you like, just I ask them to turn it on or turn it off. Now what that does is, if you go out and you've got it armed, I've got mine left on 24/7, because if it goes off in here I'll know about it either way, I don't forget. If you're away and a smoke alarm goes off or a CO2 alarm goes off, you'll get an alert. She will hear the alarm going off, then it will send an alert to my phone to tell me that alarm's gone off. Also, which I think is a good idea, if it actually hears the sound of breaking glass, so if somebody smashes your window, and I've tested that, not by obviously smashing a window. I found a soundtrack of breaking glass, and it really does work. I thought I was watching something the other night, I can't think what it was now, and just in the background on a film or something there was some breaking glass, and I got an alert on my phone to say it's picked up the sound of breaking glass, so it's really good. I've also tried it by doing a test on the smoke alarms in the house, and that does send an alert to me as well. So if I'm out and I get an alert to say there's an issue, either a smoke alarm's gone off or breaking glass, obviously I can look on my cameras to find out exactly where it is, where the issue is, and if there is an issue and I'm not here, I can get a neighbour to come round. You know, I can phone the fire brigade or whatever I need to phone, the police or whatever, and if it is something going off, CO2 or whatever, I can get the neighbour to come round, open the doors, let the air out, things like that. Hopefully if it's a fire, they can get things sorted for me until I can get back. But I think that's a really good idea, very clever idea, that home guard. But these, I really like these because they're linked. I think you can link up to 10 of these. I think it's 10 or 15. You can just link them all together, so if one goes off, they all go off, which I think is a brilliant idea. And the battery is supposed to last 10 years on standby, so if the alarm's not constantly going off, it can last up to 10 years, which for the price, I think they're absolutely fantastic. I'll get Grant to put a link in the description for these. Now obviously I did buy these, I didn't have these sent me in any way, I actually bought them myself. I think they bought off Amazon. I'll say it was just over £100. I'm not being paid by these by any means, but I just think they're a really good product, not just for in here but for a smoke alarm as well. With things that have happened recently with another YouTuber, with Jack, especially it makes a lot of people more aware of fires and stuff. So if you haven't got a smoke alarm, get one. If you have got one, test it on a regular basis. But I think these are really good. And obviously if you've got a log burner or anything like that, diesel heaters, big in motorhomes or whatever, you must have a CO2 meter. But I think it's a really good idea to have them both together. I was going to just get a standard CO2 detector separate, and then I was going to put an Amazon Alexa, shouldn't have said the name, and stick that in here as well, so if it went off I get an alert. But it saved me messing around with having an Amazon device in here, because they're linked to the house. I think it's a really good idea. So a link for that will be in the description. I think that's all I can do for now. I've got to put the fry in there. The fry's still in the bag. I've got to stick them in the tank and let them settle in a bit. So I'm very happy with those. Fingers crossed. The way I'm doing it now, moving these around, you take a lot of pressure off the filters in here. Especially now that obviously the colder months, it's not going to be as warm as I want. So I know I'm waffling on, bit of a mixed bag in this one, so I do apologise for that. Bit all over the place with what I'm having to get done this weekend. So that's it for now. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to pop over to Facebook, check me out on that. Facebook's here somewhere. Where's it? Oh, down there. Pop over to Facebook, check me out on that. So until the next one, stay safe, jobs are good.